Oh, hey. Long time no see. I feel like I've gotten on YouTube and said this 7 million times already. Sorry I've been away, but here we are again. Welcome to my backyard. Okay, no, it's not my backyard. I'm here at the park. It's actually a very chaotic day. They're like setting up some events, so there's a million people. Oversight on my part. But I recently got a new camera. I thought I would test it out today and do kind of like an update on what's been going on in my life. Because last time I talked to you, I moved and then I just gave up. I thought we could just chat and catch up. I brought my sticker book to the park today, which if you've never seen these, I've been very addicted to them. They basically have a bunch of stickers in the back, and then there's like pages. Hold on, let me show you a blank one. There are like these pages that you put the stickers with the correlating number on, and you make like really cute little designs. I've been trying to be on my phone less, which, is it working? No. Where have I been? Well, I've been here. I moved, as you know. My apartment smelled like smoke when I moved in, but we sorted that out. So that's actually really great. Also, I'm still learning how to use this camera, so sorry in advance if it's a little messed up. Anyway, I basically had just been locked into working because, believe it or not, when you move multiple times in the year, it costs a lot of money. So I had to pay for that. I kind of spiraled after I moved, I think because it cost so much money and because when I moved, it immediately smelled like smoke in my apartment. It was like, great, now all of my stuff is gonna smell like smoke. I don't know, I spiraled, and I think it was for good reason. Like I don't think I overreacted. It was a lot. So, you know, all those things didn't help. Then when I moved in, the very first night, I don't think I ever talked about this. The very first night, after I had already been crying because it smelled like smoke, I literally could not sleep because I was so overwhelmed. I was like, oh my God, did I just spend all this money, make the wrong decision? Oh, hopefully this windscreen is doing something because it's a bit windy today. Anyway, I couldn't sleep the first night there. I literally slept for like an hour. I was just waking up crying, which is also just a good reminder that social media is not real because you wouldn't know that. You literally would not know that from me just being on the internet because I was like, yeah, I moved, it smells like smoke, but I'll figure it out. When in reality, I was like sitting in my car crying. I was in my bedroom crying. I like could not stop crying. And so I woke up and I got out of bed. I think when there's a problem going on, I'm like, I need to solve this and I need to solve it now. And I think I was like, let me get up and see what else I could be doing to fix this. Is that healthy or helpful? No. But at the time, did I care? Also no. So I literally got up and then it sounded like someone was talking inside my apartment. As it turns out, the walls are just paper thin here as well. So I had moved from my old place that also I could hear my neighbors fully. And then I moved to this new place and could hear my neighbors fully. And that is something I am still dealing with. I can hear every single phone call they have. I can hear when they blow their nose. So not great, but I think that it made it worse. And I think that just threw me off my like track of being motivated, being like, I want to make videos and want to whatever, because I just had so many things that I was overwhelmed with. And at the same time, I'm still going to work every day and needing to go get groceries and needing to like unbox all my stuff. Like it genuinely took me probably a month to get all the boxes unpacked because I just, you know, you go to work, you're exhausted. And then you come home and you're like, I can't do this now. I need to sit here and stare at the wall. So it was a rough couple of months moving in, but I think after that, I kind of got settled. I started doing things on my own again and started feeling more comfortable here. And when I moved, I was like, this feels so cold and empty and barren, and it was just making me feel really uncomfortable because I just felt like, I don't know, I just didn't feel comfortable. But obviously as time went on, it got better. My anxiety with it went down. So that was great. Then the next battle was my anxiety with the world. And it's just, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's gotten better or anything is resolved. There was a period soon after moving where I was just on my phone too much. Any bit of media, any bit of news, I was consuming it on the spot. And although being informed, I think, is so important with what's going on in the world, I was tapped out. I could not leave my bed. I could not leave my room. I would just like burst into tears randomly. Like I'd be like trying to make food. I'd just be crying into it. I would be like trying to get out of bed. I'm just sitting there crying. I literally was down really bad, and yeah, that took a toll on me. And I'm not saying that I have recovered from any of that. There are still some days where I'm like, damn, one bad thing after the other, and you just start feeling so helpless, and you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do in all of this chaos. I don't feel safe. I don't feel okay or safe for my friends and family. Like, it just became overwhelming. And I was like, the last thing I'm trying to do is make a video. I had been posting on TikTok, and honestly, that's probably where I've been the most consistent. And TikTok's such a weird thing because overnight you can grow in like such a crazy way. And that's nice, but it's also overwhelming. For me at least, because I find for myself that if something is successful, like I'll post something and it does well, I'm like scared to post again because I'm like, oh my God, I can't replicate this. Everyone's gonna unfollow me, everyone's gonna hate it. But that's something I'm trying desperately to work on now, because who cares? Literally, who cares? Nothing is real anymore. And I will say, my perspective on like how terrible the world is right now, the only positive I can find out of all of it is that truly nothing matters. Like, nothing matters right now. You may as well go for the craziest dreams you've ever had or your biggest ambitions, or take the risk, because everything feels so uncertain and scary that it's like, why not? Does that make sense? Maybe I sound crazy. I don't know. I just feel like the only bit about everything going on in the world that I feel comfort in is just that, like, you never know what's going to happen next. You never know. You never know. So you may as well just go for it. And that has really motivated me to want to post more, because I genuinely do miss it. And I know I say that every time, but every single time it's true. I genuinely do miss it. And I love being able to look back and see where I was and see the progress I made or how my life has changed. And I genuinely just miss doing that. A couple days ago, I found this really old SD card, like super old. I was looking for SD cards to use with this new camera. I plugged it into my computer and it was like footage and pictures from 2007. I was literally in 7th grade. And I had my camera and I was like vlogging my family's Christmas party. Like, I was like saying hi to everyone. I was like showing what I was doing.
This is Sierra and the helmet cam is go. Hi, this is Sierra and we're about to drop this ribbon down about 6 feet. No, like about 8 feet. Okay, ready? Here we go. Hi. Say goodbye.
It was so funny, but I was like, this has been something I've cared about forever. Whether everyone's watching it, whether no one's watching it, I've loved doing it. So that was really funny, and I was like, okay, I want to get back to it. So update, this is what we're working with so far. It just brought me so much happiness, and I was like, you know what, let me circle back, because I love this shit, and what am I even doing? Which leads me to my next point, that I have realized I have this fear of being seen, which is so weird because I love posting on social media and I always have. I think I have always had this in the back of my mind, where I want to be successful at something, but then I'm scared of people, number one, seeing me, but I think also seeing me try to be successful at something that's unconventional. Like the other day I posted this Instagram reel, and it was like, do you want to do a trial of it? We'll share it to like your non-followers first. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, that sounds good. And it ended up doing really well. And then it was like, okay, like, do you want to share it to your feed? And I was like, I don't know what it is. It's like, and it's successful too, but there's just something about the people I know personally seeing me try something. I don't know. And that's something I'm trying to work through and get over, because at the end of the day, who cares? You know? Who cares? It's my life. Like, I see people doing things every day, and I go home and I couldn't even tell you what happened. Like, it couldn't matter less to me, so why would it matter to other people? And even if it does matter to other people, that's the other thing. I've had people say like, I saw your video, I saw this, whatever, and half the time it's not even people I respect or even care about. So it's like, why do I care what they think? But it's something I've been struggling with, and it's something I'm trying to get better at, because like, girl, fuck you. Like, I don't care. But it's a huge mental hurdle for me when it comes to posting. It's been difficult. It's been difficult. And I think there's like this portrayal online, and there always has been, but there's a portrayal now of like, everyone has such a perfect aesthetic, amazing life. Everyone gets up and gets their matcha and goes to Pilates and goes back home to their $4,000 a month apartment. And I'm not judging. Like, that's incredible. I just think that it makes me feel like, ugh, what do I have to show? I don't have all these aesthetic things. And sometimes I get lost in the sauce a little bit with that. But I'm trying my best to work through that because it's not that deep. And I also think in a world where everything has been taken over by AI and just automating stuff and not actually having to learn to do anything, just giving, even editing, just putting your footage in a system where you're like, cut this up and do this and not even having to learn the technical skill of it. I'm like, I need to get back to it because I know there's a lot of people who love AI and love that aspect of the world, but that's just not me, and it's not going to be me. Sorry. I love when something's authentic. I love when someone has their fingers in every fold of a project, and I think that's what makes art and expression and all of this stuff really beautiful and fun. So I want to get back to that, but I also feel like I need to keep up with my skill because that's important if that's what you want to do. I'm not sure exactly what it means for the future of my channel because I also go back and forth with what I want to. I was like, where the hell does this go? This blueberry. I also go back and forth with what I want to post. Like sometimes I just want to sit here and yap, but sometimes I also want to make like beautiful, aesthetic, cinematic, like travel videos. But then also I want to make silly vlogs where I just do silly things and like go to Disney. That's also something that I feel like makes me not post because I'm like, what niche am I going to fit into? But I don't think I need to. I think that's kind of the point. Like this is, I heard this sound on TikTok the other day and it was like, oh yeah, this is my social media, like mine. And I was like, oh yeah, like I could do whatever I want, and whether people want to watch it or not is totally up to them, but it's my social media. Obviously, girl, but sometimes it's hard to remember. I don't know. Get the rest of my sticker page. Hold on. Anyway, but definitely the fear of being seen is like my top thing right now. Even, okay, this is so stupid. I brought these glasses because I was like, I really like them and I want to wear them today, and they match like the yellow on my shirt. But every time I've worn them in front of like my friends or anything, they're like, don't love them. But I genuinely love them. I love the way it makes everything this shade of yellow. I love the vibe they give off. But I'm like, what if someone thinks they look stupid? Like, girl, who cares? Even if I'm judging it, even if I'm judging a stranger, that guy's shirt's really tight, right? Like, I've forgotten about it in the next 5 seconds. And that person never even knew. So I don't even know what I'm afraid of. Like if someone sees me right now out here making this video and they're like, who does she think she is talking to the camera in her ugly yellow sunglasses? Like, I like them and I want to be doing this. So who gives a shit? Me checking immediately. See, like what is that? It's something I'm working on though. And we're gonna get better at it. And that's also the part of why I bought this camera, because it's so little. And I just thought it was the perfect way for me to be able to bring this out without it being like my huge camera and a huge tripod and all of that stuff. Something I've been obsessed with lately on TikTok, but in my real life, is doing solo dates. Like I've been going to the movies by myself so much. It kind of became like a series for me. I went to Universal by myself. That was crazy. I went to Maine by myself. You guys saw that. And my like in the woods cabin trip, you saw that too. If you haven't, go check those videos out. And I've been wanting to do more trips, but I've really psyched myself out this year. I don't know what my problem is. My anxiety has just been kind of the roo. So I've been working on that, but I want to get back to it and I want to do some more fun things because I really do enjoy doing things on my own. I just have been lacking motivation. But going to the movies and stuff, I got one of those AMC passes. Shit is incredible. Yeah, it's like my dream day. I go to this sushi place that's like a conveyor belt sushi, and then I go and see a movie by myself, and it's like my ideal day. It's like my perfect day, which like maybe I'm a loner for that, but it is so freaking fun. On that though, I have been feeling lonely. Like, is it just me, or does it feel like extremely hard to deeply connect with people now? I was telling my therapist about this. Yes, I've been going to therapy for like a year now, which is crazy. I was telling my therapist about this and she was like, interesting. And then she did in fact send me an autism test, autism assessment, like a pre-assessment to take. So not sure about that. But I was like, it just feels so hard lately to make deep, genuine friendships where like I don't remember this ever being the case. And I don't know if it's me or what, but I feel like in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, you just meet people and you're like, okay, yeah, I vibe with you. and you can like suss it out quickly, and then you bond like so deeply. I don't know. All of my friendships up until this point in my life, I just feel like there's such like a deep connection in there where you know this person so well. But I've been trying to make some new friends because everyone I know lives far away now. Like no one that I am deeply connected to lives here in Tampa. And it's so difficult. I like go to like new events. Like I joined a book club. I've made friends, but they just don't feel deeply connected. And it's like, why? And again, that's why I'm like, maybe it is me. Maybe I do need to get an autism assessment. Like maybe my therapist is onto something. Although I took the little pre-test and it said that I was in normal range. So I don't know. The only thing that was high was masking. So yeah, but I feel like my conversations with people and stuff, like I have to perform. I have to like think, or maybe I don't have to, but I'm always like thinking about what I should say, what's okay to say, just overthinking it. And again, it's on me. Like, I'm the one doing it. It's weird. It just makes it difficult. So I'm like, oh, why can't I don't know. Like, all of my closest friends, I feel like I met them and we talked and then we were like, okay, yeah, we're best friends. Like, I feel the vibe. This feels perfect. But I don't know. It's just been weird. So I have been feeling a little bit lonely. And I think that's also why I haven't been doing as many solo things, because I feel like so comfortable doing them now where I don't even think about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go spend, like the other day I spent like a whole day in like this other part of the city. I didn't even think about the fact that like I didn't invite anyone. I didn't even think to invite anyone. Not that I have anyone to invite, but it didn't even cross my mind of like, I have to do this alone. Whereas maybe a year ago, I would have been stressed out and been like, I can't even go because I have no one to go with. So for that, I'm happy with myself. But yeah, I just feel like I've been lacking a deep connection with people. And I think it also isn't helping that I just don't feel a connection with the place I'm living anymore. Like it just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it's right for me. And that's been kind of difficult. And I am looking for a new place to move to. I don't want to say I narrowed it down because there is a place I have in mind. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I have a place in mind that I think could be good for me, but I don't know. And I've been there a few times and I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. And I think just like for where I'm at in my life though, it could be fun. I feel like I'm overthinking where I want to move because nothing's really speaking to me. Like nothing's calling to me because everything is so expensive. Everything is just like, there's always something that I don't like about it. And I'm like, you know what? It's because no place is going to be perfect, Sierra. Like, I don't know why in my head I have this mindset of like, okay, no, there's definitely a perfect place and it has to be like this and what, like, there's not. But I have things that I like and I have things that I don't like. And so I'm trying to go more off of that. And also the fact that it's been a year since I moved into this new apartment is crazy because it feels like it's been 5 minutes. Like genuinely, it's been 5 minutes. And I'm like, let's just move while I have the time and the energy and freedom to. Why wouldn't I? Again, easier said than done, but worst case, I move somewhere and I hate it. Or like worst case, somehow I realize I actually love this place more than I thought. I move back. You know what I mean? I think sometimes I make things so permanent in my head that I'm like, oh my God, if I do this, this is my choice for the rest of my life. It's like, no, girl, you can choose something and realize it's not for you and then choose something else. Like that's literally how life goes. And I've been trying to have that perspective more. I've been trying to be like, life is not like a good decision, a bad decision. It's just a decision, right? Like you just make a decision and then once you make that decision, you make another decision and then you just keep doing that. And that's kind of just how it works. Even in my last apartment, I was like, you know what? This really is not fitting with me. I'm just gonna break my lease. And then I did. And I survived, you know? It's like, I'll make it. Oh my God, also I just finished this. I didn't even realize, I'm just yapping away. Let me show you. Little mushrooms. I was like, what even is this? Ta-da! Me trying to get the thumbnail. Anyway, that's just been what's on my mind. I'm excited to use this camera. I hope this footage looks good. I hope the sound was okay. It's windy and the shirt is the loosest thing I've ever owned. But that's where I'm at. I feel like I have a lot of change coming in my life with finding what I want to be doing, where I want to be living, who I want to surround myself with. But I feel like grateful that I'm at a time in my life and an age where I don't have to be so stressed. I'm not like, I literally have no options. I have no idea what to do. Like I have options. and I know the things I like and I don't like. And I'm excited to just work on myself, continue to live my life, and make some content, make some stuff. I love being creative. And also, okay, before I go, I've found that that's something I have really been able to latch on to throughout all of my stress and anxiety this past year, is like being creative has helped me so much. Like making a silly little TikTok video of like going to IKEA and then coming home and editing it truly brings me so much happiness. And maybe you're watching this and you're like, girl, that's so stupid, but like it genuinely has. It makes me so happy. It's silly and it's just fun, and I love getting to be creative and use my hands and figure out what story I want to tell. So I'm hoping to keep this momentum going, and hopefully we can make some more stuff and share some more stories together, because I think everyone kind of feels, maybe not everyone, I think if you're watching this, you probably are feeling a little bit overwhelmed in the world, or like, what am I doing with my life? Where am I going with this? And I think that's something that's like a sentiment we're all sharing right now. We're gonna figure it out together. I'm just, why look at it as a bad thing? I'm trying to look at it as like, this is cool. We get to figure this out. Like, this is our life. This isn't just like another task. This is like actually our life. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching. If you've been here for a while, or if you're brand new, that's cool too. Yeah, if you want to come hang out and see some other random things I get into, check out my TikTok and my Instagram. I don't know, everything is linked down below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this. More content to come. Hopefully I don't see you again in 1 year. No, there's no way. There's no way. Okay, well, I'm gonna eat a snack and lay here and disassociate a little bit, but I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.